my launch this evening. Um, well, where to start? Well, as you know, my name is Charlotte Graham. I'm currently working within the hospitality and catering industry in a hotel as a head receptionist, and I've been doing this now for the past, I would probably say now 16, 17 years. I came across Forever when my lovely friend Lindsay, as you can see on the screen, approached me, as we have something in common, and that is our other halves being writers in the Navy. And she could see that I was, complaining about my job and seeing how unhappy I was with all the shift patterns and the fact that I had no life outside of it, during to be excuse me, due to being run down and tired all the time, but also the lack of recognition. I was being recognised for doing something negative, but never the positive. It's really putting me down, as no matter how hard I actually worked, I just felt generally like a nobody. The other reason is because I was worried about my life and how quickly actually it's changing, because myself and my fiance Simon are now expecting a baby within the next couple of months, as well as trying to plan a wedding. So we want an extra income, so that we can pay for all that, and also so that I can have my dream wedding that we deserve. I've been involved in this business for a little while now, and so far it's actually given me the boost of confidence, and that is being on webcam right now talking to you all. But also the excitement of starting something new and challenging, which I know that I can do, because this is mine and Simon's and our baby's future. Forever is going to allow me to work the hours that I actually want to, giving me the recognition that I deserve for my hard work, and opening up an opportunity for personal development. As I am still in training for this, for my business, Lindsay is teaching me how to do an online launch as well as a launch. So I would like to introduce you to Lindsay Cronin, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Charlotte. Thanks, sweetie. That was fantastic. And hi, everybody. I hope everybody is great on this Monday evening. And I know we've had beautiful warm weather down here, but I know it's been a bit blustery and a bit windy and wet up in the north. So I hope everybody's great. It's fab that you can come and join us this evening. As Charlotte said, my name is Lindsay Cronin, and it's my pleasure to take you through the presentation of what we've got for a launch this evening. I must just say to everybody, though, it's really informal. It's a lot of fun. You've probably noticed already, Charlotte and I are just mucking around and being a bit daft. You know what? That's what this business is about, just having fun as we go. So, as I said, it's my pleasure to take you through. And my actual experience with Forever started 18 years ago. I actually was in a very similar position to this. It wasn't an online launch. I actually went round to somebody's house, went along to support them, had a look at some of the products, and I tell you what, I was really blown away. I became a customer straight away 18 years ago, and ever since I have used the products. So it's our pleasure, as I said, to just take you through some of the ideas of the company this evening. So first and foremost, who are we? Well, we're actually nearly 40 years old, and we were founded in America all that time ago by a gentleman called Rex Moore. We have been trading across the world, and our turnover in over 158 countries now is nearly, this is an old figure, we think that the previous figure for last year now would be $3 billion as our turnover. Our sales, again, new figures just come in. Our sales actually in the UK were over 135 million. And this is a really exciting growing marketplace for absolutely everybody. The health and nutrition marketplace is a really, it's massively thriving. A lot more people are actually being preventative, precautionary. They want to look after their health before having to go to a GP because there's something wrong. And that turns over £19 million a day here in the UK. So I just want you to just pause for a second there and realise that actually 135 million really is the tip of the iceberg. We're also very, very proud to hold the government awards of the Investors in People, and that's to share with everybody the training and support that we have. And also we're a Direct Selling Association member and a very prominent member of that also. Our marketplace, as I said, really is thriving and growing, but it really encompasses these 6 areas here. Health and nutrition, so people wanting to put good stuff into their bodies to feel great and look great. Personal care, so being mindful of what they're putting on their skin. Obviously, again, we've got the cosmetics area. Sports performance. We've got amazing products for people that want to work out in the gym, want to become fitter, want to just, manage their weight, which goes on to the next one. And of course, the animal care. I've got dogs, always have done, and hopefully, touch wood, I always will do. And, I've used our products on my animals for 18 years now. Very seldom do I have to go to the vets, which is great. And they thrive. Their coat is amazing. They've got great spirit about them, great energy about them. So these products really do help both humans and animals. So what is it? What's our major ingredient? Well, that is, of course, aloe vera. And I'm pretty sure that today in the 21st century, I reckon that you will have heard of those 2 words. I have to be honest, your head's up from me, because 18 years ago, I genuinely had not heard of them. Aloe wasn't as prominent then as it is now. We find it in all sorts of different products. We find it even in tissue paper, toilet paper, etc. Because there is actually a genuine goodness to aloe. It's natural. It's there in our environment. And it's a plant which gives off so many different healing properties. It's not new either. There are senses of where we see reports in the Bible of aloe being used. Cleopatra was said to use it as part of her beauty regime. And Gandhi used it when he was fasting, because fasting, obviously, he could only use certain amount of foods. And he used aloe because it gave him all the nutrients and it hydrated his body to get him through that fasting period. So it really has lots and lots of goodness to it. So what's the difference, with our aloe and maybe aloes that you'll see elsewhere? Well, we are really proud to say that we are the largest growers of aloe vera in the world. We actually grow over 85% of the world's aloe. That doesn't go to anybody else. We use that solely in our products. And that's where we can get really high quality products. We only use the inner leaf of the gel because that's only part of the goodness to the product. We don't use any chemicals or nasty fertilizers or pesticides in our growing process. What we actually do is we use the outer leaf and we put that back on the fields to naturally fertilize the land. Everything is done by hand. Even the chopping down of the aloe in the plantation fields is done by hand. We don't get a huge, massive, almost combine harvester going along and chopping it through. Only the ripest, most nutrient leaves of the aloe plant are actually used, and we know that by the skilled workers that we have at the plantations. We have some prominent people that work with us. We have Dr. Peter Atherton, who is a GP and actually the world's leading specialist and huge knowledge of aloe vera. We have Dawn Parker, who is a beautician and nutritionist. And we have David Urch, who is a vet. And all of these people here are around to help us and guide us in using the very best aloe in and on our bodies. We also have great certification. We have the certified, which actually states that what we say is in our products is in our products. And we've got that for every single year of trading that Forever's been in existence. We've got the kosher for the Jewish faith. We've got the halal and the Islamic societies for, of course, the Islamic faith. That just shares the purity of our products and really looks at the transparency of our ingredients. We've also got, and it's not on there, we've also got our Leaping Bunny, which says that we do not test on animals. And what that means is it's not just a stamp of approval that's given to the whole product. It actually means that every single ingredient that makes up the whole of a product is not tested on animals. And as an animal lover, I have to say, I'm absolutely blown away by that. I think that's just incredible. But one of the most important icons down there is the 60-day satisfaction guarantee. Now, genuinely, when I looked at these products 18 years ago, I did fall in love with them, I have to be honest. I did actually have a health challenge at the time. And when somebody actually said to me, look, Linz, I could just use all the product, I could, drink everything, I could squeeze all the tubes, so there was nothing left, but I just had to hand back my empty cartons and I would get my money back. I thought that's got to be a massive vote of confidence in the company, because they wouldn't do that unless they really believed that their product was amazing. And just to also put that in perspective for you, less than 0.5% of our products have ever been returned because people weren't happy with them. So I think that really does speak volumes. So then let's have a little bit of fun and let's just work through some of the main products that we have. We've got over 250 products in the range. We certainly are not going to be here for 10 hours this evening going through all of them. We're just going to be here for a short time looking at the ones that probably initially are going to be the most use to you. So here we go. The first one I want to look at is the aloe vera jelly. And this literally is a very clear substance, and it actually is the inner leaf of the aloe plant straight into a tube. Now, I put mine in the fridge, hence there's probably a little bit of condensation on it. I put mine in the fridge. I love it when it's really cool onto the skin. And what it does is it soothes, it calms, and it really just nourishes the skin. So what we tend to say is that, anywhere that you can physically, or someone else, of course, can reach for you, then you are safe to use this. If you've got a little bit of a sore throat, you can swallow it. If you've got a little bit of a bite or a cut or abrasion, you can use it. If you've got anything where you've cut yourself and you've got a bit of a scar, it's fantastic for healing scars and helping that healing process. So as I said, I keep mine in the fridge. In the likelihood that the UK gets some sunshine, then of course if you get a little bit of sunburn, it's so refreshing and it really nourishes and actually helps again against any sunburn and helps the skin repair itself. So really lovely, lovely, lovely product to have. The next one is personally my favourite, and you can see it's my favourite. These are my products that I have out this evening. I don't use anything, I don't actually have like a massive showcase because it's a case of I want you to know I use these. I'm talking from personal experience about these products. But this really is my favourite. I actually put some on when I was talking to Charlotte earlier and I actually still feel it on my skin now. Aloe vera is in there. But propolis, well, we are also the largest beekeepers in the world. And propolis is actually something that the queen bee produces. She produces it to protect her hive from any infections, and it really is a natural antibiotic. So we've mixed the two together and produced this really beautiful hand lotion. Now, one of the challenges that I had when I was younger was actually in association with my skin. So when I first looked at these products all those years ago, this really stood out for me. And I've used this product for the last 18 years. No other lotion, no other hand cream, just this, because it really is incredible. Nice and thick. Aloe actually goes down to the dermis layer of the skin pretty quickly. So you won't find you've got that greasy film on the top of your skin. It will go down and it will really nourish the skin straight away. You've also got to remember with anything to do with your skin, it takes about 28 days for your skin to renew itself. So any trauma that's on top of the skin at the moment you're treating, you've got to wait 28 days for the new skin to come back up. But this truly is a really beautiful cream. You can use it as a hand lotion. You can use it if you've got a bit of a skin condition. But I love this. And as you can see, my tube, I absolutely adore it. I really do. The heat lotion is a fantastic product. We've just actually had to change the ingredients at the moment. So those products, the new ingredient, the new heat lotion is actually going to be back with us in March, which is very exciting. Because the one thing about Forever is if they find they can do something better for their customers, then they will do it. So they'll take a product off and they will actually change it and bring the product back to market, which is very impressive. They don't have to in some instances, but it's because they want to. So the heat lotion, you might think of it like a bit of a deep heat. So if you got a bit of a tired muscle, you've got a little bit of shoulder ache where you might, hold yourself during the course of the day, you can really nicely massage that in. It's great if you're a gym goer and you want to warm the muscles up before you start. So therefore, you can rub it in and it helps the muscles sort of just get a little bit warm before you start the exercise. If you've got anything like a tension headache, you can actually just rub a little tiny bit onto the temples and that will help soothe. So a really beautiful cream warming action to have. Then we've got the lotions. I've actually got a purple one, which is a moisturising lotion, which has got collagen and elastin in, and we've got the blue one, which has got jojoba oil and vitamin E. You know what these are? Tends to be the thicker, the richer texture. The purple one seems to be the finer. We tend to say the purple one you use for your face, the blue one you use for your skin, your body, should I say. But really beautifully moisturising. Again, you can put it on your skin and you can still feel it there several hours later. So really nutritional for the skin. And then we've got the aloe scrub. Again, you can see that I use this on a daily basis. This is an exfoliator. We don't, first of all, have those really nasty beadlets in that are plastic and that are harmful to the environment. Again, one of the things that I think is really important to insert here is that Rex was really, really forward thinking. He openly thought about the future. What's going to be beneficial to the body in the future? What's going to help it have that longevity? And you'll see in a moment with one of the products how forward thinking he was. But he's always thought about the environment. That's really been very, very important to him. He's not going to create a product that's going to harm the environment in any way. So we don't use any of those horrible plastic beadlets that can actually just stay in the water cycle, the seas, everything like that. Ours are all natural. And this exfoliator, it's so gentle, you can use it on your face and your body. You don't need a separate one. And you can also use it every single day. And I do, I literally just do sort of this area here. But you can then occasionally, especially if you're somebody that has, a fake tanner or anything like that, really great to moisturise the areas of the body where a tan can sometimes collect. But absolutely beautiful. Again, I've used that product for around about 17 years now, and I wouldn't use anything else. Now, this is the product that I'm referring to with regards to Rex being very forward thinking. This is a deodorant, and just to give you the specification for you, I've got a ruler here because sometimes when you're online it's a little bit more difficult. So from top to bottom, that's just over 5 inches. And I will be really honest with you that when you actually physically open it, there is about 4.5 inches of deodorant in it. This is aluminium free. So that means it doesn't contain any aluminium salts. That was easy for me to say, wasn't it? Aluminium. And again, Rex was really forward thinking of that because there's lots of studies, there's lots of details where they are linking aluminium salts in deodorants with breast tissue abnormalities in both men and women. And, as I said, really forward thinking, and Rex really thought ahead of the time. This can be used male and female, so it's a unisex deodorant. It won't stain your clothes. If you've got like your black top or your black dress, it won't give you those white marks. You can use it straight away after shaving because it won't sting. But also I will always say to everybody, it will allow you to sweat. You have to sweat. One of the things that the challenges that people are facing is that using antiperspirants, and it means they're clogging up all of their pores. So the toxins are staying in, for example, under the armpit. You should sweat. You've got to. It's part of the way of the body cooling down. It's part of the way that the body gets rid of the toxins. The difference with this, of course, is that you'll smell nice. All right? So you will sweat, but you won't have the odour, if you like, of perspiring. Then we've got a family favourite. This is our Forever Tooth Gel. Again, we've got the aloe vera in here and we've got the bee propolis. So that natural antibiotic, if you like, that natural cleanser of the mouth. Helps fight any plaque, helps with the enamel of your teeth. It is a tooth gel. And the reason it's not called a toothpaste is because toothpaste can actually scratch the enamel. Tooth gels don't. So it's really very clever for your teeth and really keeps them in good ship-shape condition, really healthy. doesn't contain fluoride, and the other thing is it's a really beautiful, I'm going to get it open, a really beautiful green. So of course what happens is all the children, for example, in the household will use it. The adults can use it. Even Granny that's got her plate in with her dentures and her false teeth can use it. So you only need, I'm going to eat that, that's nice. You only need one tooth gel for the whole family. You don't need any more. And that's what I find really interesting. You can get, like, if you've got a family, you know, you can have 3 or 4 different types of toothpaste. You only need one. The hand and face soap. One of the things that I've always come across with aloe is that it's exceptionally economical. By that, we'll get around about 1,000 pumps of soap out of that, because aloe is a natural cleanser. You do not need to like put that down fully and have a huge blob of soap on your hand. You only need a tiny, 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 tiny amount, because it really will go a long way. This has got a no tears formula, so you can actually bathe. It's safe to bathe even a newborn baby in it. It's so gentle and it's so kind. You can shave with it. You can even, it's that gentle, you can even take your face and your eye makeup off with it. So I honestly, this is the only thing that I have by the sinks and by the basins in our house. It, as I said, very, very economical and a great all-round soap for everybody to use, no matter what your skin type is. Because sometimes people will say, I've got very delicate skin. Trust me, if I can use these products, I would say that people with delicate skin can also, because I had horrendously delicate skin. Now I've got 2 different ones on here, but aloe shampoo. The ones we've got on the screen are our Jojoba brand. What's interesting about aloe is that it's naturally pH balanced. So where sometimes people feel that they have to have a shampoo because they've got oily hair or dry hair, or because they've got dandruff or anything like that, aloe will actually help balance the pH out. So you don't need to have a different shampoo for all different types of hair. Aloe will help with every single hair type there is. It's really kind to the scalp, and once again, very economical, because you only need a tiny, tiny amount. It will go such a long way. And the same with the conditioning rinse as well. Small amount. You can use that as a hair mask as well. So once a week or something, you can pop your hair, get your conditioning rinse all over it, pop your hair up in a nice warm towel, leave it 15 minutes, and that can act as a really nice face mask. What I've got here is actually the hydrating one. Beautiful smell. I absolutely adore them. This one's got the aloe vera with the raw jelly. Raw jelly coming from the bees as well, remember, and of course we're the largest beekeepers. Raw jelly is great for your hair, great for the strands to keep, you know, instead of getting split ends or anything like that. As I said, smell absolutely delicious. And we also do a volumizing one as well, which is an orange one. So very economical. I actually wash my hair every day. It's that habit, and it's also one of those things that if I don't wash my hair, I just don't feel like I'm clean. I know that sounds probably silly. But I mean, even those shampoos there can last me months, considering I actually will wash my hair every single day. Now, this is one of my favourites. This is what we affectionately call the Mighty Midget. And this is a moisturising lip balm. And, you know, obviously we'll do what it says on the tin, give you a beautiful moisturised lips, but also it's a fantastic first aid kit. First aid in a little stick. Acts as a lip gloss, but if you actually sort of cut yourself or anything like that, you can quickly use this, pop it over, and it will help the healing process before you can get, for example, to the larger aloe jelly tube. The other thing that we always find particularly funny, and no one has ever told me this, sorry, this wasn't me, somebody actually physically told me this, is that this is really good for piles. But as Charlotte knows, because we've discussed this before, you know, you can certainly make sure that you can sort your piles out, you can have great moisturised lips, but please have 2 of these and right on each one, you know, which end of the body it's going to. I really wouldn't want you to get confused. Okay, the hand sanitizer. You know, a really handy sized bottle, Great to put in your pocket, great to put in your bag, take with you. I must admit, I've always got one in the car because I'm walking the dogs. Beautiful smell. If we could invent like smelly vision of an online, it's lush. You would absolutely adore this. Again, economical. You only need a tiny amount. I cannot stress to you, the small amounts of aloe you need, because it's really economical. But that is absolutely beautiful, especially if you've got kids around. Great for them just to use before they eat, if they've been outside or coming back from school. Now, apart from the aloe itself, one of the things that Forever is synonymous for is its supplements. And like everything else, we use only the finest ingredients. Some of our products, can take a while to come to market, because Forever will only source the very best product. They won't do second best. They're not interested in it whatsoever. So they will wait until they've got an absolute brand leader of a product. We've got just 2 on here. I've got just two out of the cup that I take. I'm no good at swallowing tablets, I'll be honest. So I have the kids' vitamins. So I have 4 of these a day. And also I have a woman's supplement, which obviously there's one for men as well, which helps with their, the hormones and obviously the difference in our bodies. But those are just 2 of the ones that I take. But 2 of the most famous ones that we have are the bee pollen. The bee pollen obviously comes from the bee. It's great for energy. So if you feel, for example, you've had a real tired day, or you're driving home and you're a bit tired, pull over, have a couple of the bee pollen, and seriously, trust me, you will have this massive, massive energy boost that will keep you going. Great for anybody, for example, that works through nights as well. Obviously might have a bit of a difficulty when they're trying to have that shift pattern. So it's absolutely great. It also is a natural antihistamine, so it can actually alleviate any allergy symptoms that people may have. So that's really fantastic. I've got lots of customers actually who have had some sort of allergy, have used the bee pollen, and they now say it really is totally and utterly under control. The other one that we have is the Arctic Sea, and I suppose the best way to always compare this is it's a little bit like a cod liver oil tablet. However, we don't use the liver, because why would you take something from the liver? The liver actually detoxifies everything. It's packed with toxins that it's just taken out of your body. So we use it from the skin, the fish skin. It's got so much fantastic, powerful ingredients to it. Great for your brain, great for mobility, great for children. And you know what? I used to be a teacher, and I'll tell you about that in a mo. But things that are really happening with children at the present moment of time, with their energy levels and their behaviour, etc. Honestly, the Arctic Sea, there's so much out there about fish oils really helping the brain develop and help alleviate those symptoms. So it's a real all-round fantastic product. And then as we come to the end of our product, well, actually, I just want to get a sneak one in. Aloe Shave. It's not on our slides. It was a product which actually came out last April. I love it. And I know Jono uses it. I absolutely adore it. My John absolutely loves it. And he's been in the Navy, them both. They have to obviously shave every single day. No rashes, no red sores, no nothing since taking this. So I thought I'd get that one in because I love this. So our aloe vera drinking gel. This is the one that I'm holding up because this is the one that I drink. Of all of the turnover, so that $3 billion turnover, 50% of it is drinking the aloe vera drinking gel. The first thing to say is a gel, not a juice. Now, to be classified as a gel, you have to have over 85% aloe in. And we have that. So no water, no nothing of rubbish, 85% at least pure aloe. Because the yellow drinking gel has 96% pure aloe in it before it has anything else. So you really are, in all of them, getting an absolutely amazing cocktail of nutrients. There are amino acids, there are proteins, there are nutrients, there are minerals that your body needs, over 200 of them, actually packed into this bottle here. And actually there are sources that, aloe is the only source that you'll get some of these minerals and some of these amino acids from. So it really is a phenomenal tonic to take. I have been drinking it 18 years. I can honestly say, there's been times when on purpose I have stopped for a week, and boy, don't I know it, because it's great to cleanse the body. It's great for keeping the body going and flushing itself through. Great for energy. Just great cocktail of nutrients to help digestion, to help mobility. You name it, it does it. It's a natural antibiotic. It's a natural anti-inflammatory, a natural antimicrobial. Do you know, aloe has so many different amazing components to it. Honestly, there's one thing that you can take away from this evening. It's start drinking the gel. You honestly won't regret it. And then obviously we've got then the Forever Freedom. So we've got 88% of the aloe vera. Remember, we don't share that with anybody else. We grow over 85% of the world's aloe. So we can afford to put the best amount of aloe in the bottles. But we've also mixed this with glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM and vitamin C. And this really helps coat the joints of the body. So, we've all got, joints, we've all got cartilage, we've all got little fluid that protects those joints. But as we all get older, that naturally starts to subside. So again, looking towards the future, doing something now about your mobility and looking after your health. So that really leaves us with a roundup of some of the products that we have. As I said, we've got over 250 products. The products you've seen this evening are just a tiny snapshot, and we really do hope that there's something there for you. Just looking at this slide though, I just want to take 1 minute just to share the ideas of the business, because my background is in teaching. I was a teacher, I was the head of faculty, I had a huge faculty in a secondary school looking after many, many members of staff, and I was also an acting deputy head. And I honestly, genuinely loved my job at the first instance. The hours were very long, granted, but you know what? I loved it. But as I started to climb the career ladder, I realised that things were changing quite radically within teaching, and I started to get very stressed. I started to feel ill. I started to be working around about an 80-hour working week. I didn't have a work-life balance. There were times when I would be going to bed at midnight and getting back up again at 4 o'clock in the morning, simply to make sure that I was doing all the work that needed to be done. And I felt that something had to give, because it really was starting to affect my health. I'd been a customer of aloe. I had absolutely been a loyal customer. And I just started to question, well, I can't carry on doing my teaching role for the rest of my life. So I spoke to the person that was looking after me as a valued customer, and they showed me a little bit about the business. And in essence, what they did was they just showed me that there's a number of areas in which people come into the business. Those people that were looking for £200, £300, £400 per month to help with the rent, or to help with the mortgage, or to help put food on the table, or to help treat the family to something, or go and treat yourself to some new shoes or a bag, or an outfit or something like that. That was great, but that wasn't for me, because I had to think about really replacing a very serious salary. So then they showed me how, working closely with the person, I could be looking at an income of around about £2,500, £3,000 per month. And that excited me, because at that time, that wasn't far off actually what I was actually earning as a teacher. And that excited me because I was heavily in debt. I would run out of money probably around about the 18th of every month. I'd got more month than money. And I felt like I was trapped, because I couldn't simply walk away from it because I had so much debt. So for me, this was just a great way of thinking I could carry on teaching for a while, build up my income, and then of course pay off my debt and then leave. And the third income stream really excited me, though I didn't think it was possible when I looked at this business all those years ago. And this is where we had income streams of £5,000, £10,000, £20,000 per month, and so on, because it really does give us an uncapped income. So what I'd love to be able to do is invite you all to chat with Charlotte, because we would love to be able to show you the bigger picture of our business. We have business presentations that go on every single week all around the country, And I know those people on the call this evening, there is somewhere local for you, so you can just get a little bit of a snippet, a nugget of what it is we do. It might be the fact you're looking for freedom. It might be the fact that you want to have a full-time income, but you want to work part-time hours. It might be the fact you want to be debt-free. It might be the fact you want to travel the world. It might be the fact that you just want to be your own boss and have a say on your life without being at the beck and call of someone else. But trust me, we really do have something for everybody. So it's been my absolute pleasure to take you through the slides this evening. I hope you've enjoyed that really small snippet of Forever and a little tiny snippet of the business that's behind it, because Forever really does change lives. And we sincerely hope with you sharing him this evening with us is that we may just have started to change yours, even in just the smallest of ways. So thanks ever so much for everybody's time. And I know Charlotte's going to follow up with everybody and have a lovely rest of the evening. Charlotte, over to you, my love.
Thank you very much, Lindsay, and thank you very much, everyone, for being on the call this evening. I will, of course, be following up with you all very shortly, but I just want to say just thank you. The support just means so much to me. I don't really know what else to say.
My pleasure, my absolute pleasure. So thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for arranging. You've done a great job today. Fantastic. With your hard work that you're doing, and I look forward to supporting you with many more to come. So have a great evening, everybody, and
Take care.
bye, loves. Bye-bye.
Bye.